Would you enjoy working in a forest environment? Do you enjoy working outside? Are you safety conscious? Do you enjoy being part of a team? Logging assistants support logging equipment operators with tasks related to the felling of trees. They assist with moving the logs from where they cut to where the logs are processed, sorted, and loaded onto trucks for transport to various mills or plants. Logging assistants usually cut down trees with handheld power chainsaws. They fasten cables around logs to be dragged by tractors to the landing site. This is a flat, cleared area where the logs are processed and loaded onto large trailers. They separate logs by species as well as wood type and grade them according to characteristics such as knot size and straightness. They help with the loading of logs onto trucks. Logging assistants are often known by the names of tasks they carry out. Tree climbers use specialized equipment to climb tall trees. They remove any large branches before the tree is felled. These workers wear safety harnesses when scaling trees. They carry their chainsaws with them as they climb. Once a tree has been felled, the buckers cut or buck the logs into pre-specified lengths. The choke setters then fasten thick steel cables or chains, known as chokers, around the log so that it can be dragged by tractors or specialized equipment to the landing area. Rigging slingers and chasers set up and dismantle the cables and guy wires of the yarding or winch systems, which are sometimes used to drag the logs away from the harvesting area. Log sorters, markers, and graders sort logs based on species and size. They look for defects in the logs and mark them. This will determine what the log will be used for. They measure the logs and calculate the volume of each one. The grade and the volume of the log will determine its value and use. These logging assistants may use handheld data collection devices to collect this information. The data is downloaded to a computer at the logging office. As there are a number of hazards associated with working in a logging environment, so protective gear such as hard hats, ear protectors, and safety clothing is worn. In very bad weather, logging is sometimes postponed. This is especially true when there are extreme winds or torrential rain. There are no particular requirements or qualifications for entry into this occupation. This means that employers will set their own criteria. However, logging assistants do need to be in excellent physical shape as the job requires physical strength and stamina. New logging assistants gain the necessary skill through on-the-job training as well as general work experience. Formal training in health and safety as well as in environmental compliance is usually given. The increased mechanization of logging operations as well as the developments in automation in logging equipment will probably result in less demand for timber cutting and logging workers who work by hand. With experience and further training, a logging assistant can advance to a logging equipment operator.